When a movie is doing so well, the audience are flocking to the theaters to watch such a big hit movie. The actors have done a tremendous job. 3.5 hours movie, and you don't feel bored even for a minute. Everything is going well. Then why do you want to talk about this movie? Because there are some psychological issues which can go wrong because the message of the movie can be taken in a very wrong way. Hi, my name is Davinder Singh, also known as Tony, and today I'm going to talk about a big hit movie called The Animal. And the, and the psychological issues that I want to address are two main issues, which can come out as very wrong. See, if you're watching a movie just for its entertainment value, amazing. Go inside the theater, you come out, fine, you got entertained. But the message of the movie, the main crux of the movie is that a child who adores his father, worships him, wants to be just like him, is ignored by the father. Hence, he develops some anger issues, and then he's dealt with in a physical way. The father slaps him, etc., sends him away. So all these punishments make him come out as a criminal. He has anger issues. And till the end, it is all unresolved issues with the father that are the result of what he is today. Firstly, I agree that childhood scars, the wounds that are afflicted on the psyche of a child, physical abuse, mental abuse, they can leave unprecedented marks on their soul. So that is why I always say that matured people should come together. They should bring about a family where they can rear children who will be healthy, because they wouldn't be using so much moods and violence or immaturity to deal with things. They would bring about happiness. But saying that, also remember that we need to deal with our past. A lot of children, because they have gone through these abuses, they repress their memories. They don't want to deal with them. So you need therapy, you need counseling, or opening your heart with friends and family to be able to deal with what has happened in the childhood. Whether it is the family that has brought about those afflictions or bullies in school, so much could have happened. And children, a lot of time, they hide these feelings. They don't deal with them. So you need counseling or therapy to be able to let them deal with the past. A lot of times they just have to admit, face it, that this has happened. They can't change it. They can cry it out. That catharsis helps. But having said that, the problem is that in this movie or many such movies, the viewer looks at that and says, oh, your billionaire father, who was very busy with his work, and a child who just wanted to say happy birthday, Papa, and he gets shunned. And this results in that guy becoming a criminal. So the viewer feels, oh, I have had worse problems than this. My childhood was 100 times more hellish than this. So you know what? I have the right now to defend my evil acts or thoughts or habits. Now all my vices are justified because this protagonist, this hero, has these issues with these small incidents that had happened in his life. I've had worse. So I am actually safe. So what a person does is we bring a shield to all our problems and we say our shortcomings are now justified. This is what we call as blaming the past, parents, circumstances, and then say, I am the way I am. Hum nahi sudhrenge. That kind of attitude is what I fear, that comes about defending our habits and says, we don't need to change because this has been justified in the movie. I want us to understand that certain things that happen in our past, if we already know them, we have faced them, let's not make them as an excuse to defend our vices, because we can always change, we can always transform. If you say parents have to be perfect so you can be immaculate, no parents are perfect. No parents are supposed to be perfect, because parents do their best. They earn the money, they work hard to be able to provide for the children. And if children are only going to go back and blame the parents for their shortcomings, no person can ever transform them. I remember in one of the interviews, Amitabh Bachchan said that when he was struggling, he actually went to his father and spoke to him that, why did you even give birth to me if you couldn't provide the best to me, for me? I don't remember the exact conversation, but I remember his father, who was a poet, he answered back. He said, you know what? I am sorry for not being able to provide the best for you. But I would advise you that you do the best before your children are born. Do ask them if you have the right to even give birth to them. Take their permission at every step. Then you can be a good parent. It was a parody, but I like it because no parent can ever claim to be perfect. And whenever we want to blame, if we end up blaming everything in life, there is no transformation. Guru Sahib says, "Dosh na dijai kahu log, jo kamavan soi pog." Stop blaming people. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming your past. Your past is already done. It's already gone. If you're going to hold on to the past and say, oh, this happened to me, that is why I am this way. He says, "Jo kamavan, jo tusi kamande pe ho," whatever you earn in your thoughts and actions, that's what you reap. Soi pog, ohi tusi pog deo. The bullies in school are gone. If you are going to hold on to the scars of that, what happened, it was bad. It shouldn't have happened. I agree. But imagine if you're going to bring the bully of the past to you and say sorry, apologize. "Ta mere dil nu thand payegi." What if the person is not even there now? What if the person is already gone? Who do you forgive now? So you can't move on? One person told me, I actually imagined one of the bullies who tormented me when I was a kid. When I grew up, I actually imagined him coming to me, sitting in front of me and saying, "Sorry, yaar, I shouldn't have done this to you. I'm so sorry. I was stupid." And I actually forgave him. I said, "It's okay, yaar. Rehn de. Whatever has happened, happened. It was in the past." Don't blame. If you want to progress in life, stop blaming and stop closing the doors of transformation. There was a time when we used to say, we are the way we are because of our genes. Our predisposition to certain things is because our genetic makeup is like that. We can't change certain things. Then comes the science of epigenetics. Amid the debate of nature and nurture, nature means you are the way you are because of your genes, you can't change, comes epigenetics, which says there are some proteins we can use to be able to suppress certain genes or invigorate certain genes. Now that means even if you have this genetic make, we can still alter. Means they are not stopping anywhere. When it comes to transformation, they say, you are the way you are, but if you change this, if you change your way of thinking, if you change your perception in life, a lot of things can change. So that was point number one. Don't look at the past to excuse yourself for the way you are. Blaming the past, blaming your parents, blaming things that have happened. Address those things. I'm not saying you should repress them. No. Deal with them. They were the things that happened to a child who was you. I agree, you need to be able to see those were not good things that happened to your childhood, but it's already done. You can't go back to the past and undo it. What you can do is take yourself today and say, this is who I am. I love this line of Bani that says, Agaha kutrang, pichha pherna mohadra. I love this line because it says, stop going to the past all the time. The car of life is supposed to move forward. Agaha kutrang, look forward in life. Pichha pherna muhadra. Stop looking back all the time. Stop turning your face at the back, at the past all the time. Second point of the movie was alpha male. This alpha male has been referred to as what we were when we were animals, and there was an alpha male, and he dominated other males, so the woman would choose this alpha male, all that. They're talking probably 7 million years ago, that is the way we were, but we have evolved. Today, in a time and age of gender equality, are we still going to talk about what we were as packs in caves? Or are we going to talk about civilization today and say, you don't need to be that alpha male? My definition of an alpha male is a person who learns how to respect himself and other people, who is an individual who is fine to be with himself, who is not scared but doesn't scare other people too, who is an individual who is meditative, who knows how to be a human being. You know, when I was discussing this with somebody, he said, but Virji, Guru Sahib also says, Kartoot Pashu ki Manas Jaat. It means we are humans, but our instincts, our actions are those of animals. I said, that is an insult Guru Sahib is giving us. It's not a compliment. He says, you are humans, but you act like animals. That is not saying that is the way it should be. He says that is not right. You should be humans. Yes, we came from that animal kingdom, but we're not supposed to just remain animals. That alpha male is like, I have to be the most superior one. What if everybody believes in this? What if in your own house, you have a father, you have a brother, you have a son, and yourself? Who's going to be the alpha male here? Are you going to fight with all of them because your superiority matters? This is ego. Where are we going with this? Alpha male. Funny part is, in the movie itself, the guy who's claiming to be this alpha male protagonist, when his own brother-in-law starts looking down upon his wife, which is his sister, he gets enraged. How dare you speak like this to my sister? Now, this is the clash between alpha males. Imagine the whole world becomes that. Where does it leave you? I'm sorry, I thought this director's previous movie, Davinder Singh, was a problem because that guy is slapping his woman around. He's got anger issues, although he's a doctor. I didn't really understand that movie, but when I watched this one, I thought that was the projection of a Dalai Lama as compared to this, because this is like, I am going against the trend. I understand that you guys have watched the movie. A lot of people have loved the movie because everybody's clapping in the theaters. This is what a man should be like. But imagine if every man becomes like that. If every man just starts looking at the past and justifies his actions and says, I am the animal in me, and that is justified because I can't change, because I have scars of the past. Let's be more humanistic. Let's be more gentle humans. Stop blaming our past or other people. Stop blaming our parents for being the way they were. They did their best. They couldn't have done better. If we can do better, we have to be those alpha males who are very content, very full of gratitude inside, very meditative inside, who 𝐴𝐸𝐸 को देतना न पैमानत आन, who don't get scared, who don't take tyranny of other people, and they're not tyrants either. They don't suppress other people. They don't have to rule the world. They just have to rule themselves, and that is the alpha male. So 2 points wanted to discuss with you about the movie. One is stop blaming your past. And second, don't give your ego a new name of alpha male. You need to be as humble as possible. Let this world be a more peaceful place with those kind of alpha males who are humans, not animals. Thank you so much for listening, Ji. Apologies for the mistakes. Guru Fateh, Sat Sri Akal, Salam, Namaste. Thank you so much. See you again.